Oh yeah. Don't act like y'all don't see it. I
This
predicted it and
partnership
told
with Brilliant Earth, for me, felt really natural because of their focus on sustainability. There's something to be said about feeling good in the jewelry that you're wearing. Be light,
interrupted me.
be you.
Not talking. But I told y'all it was happening. I told y'all it was on the horizon. That this man was on his way out of town. But nah, y'all didn't want to believe me. Y'all was like, man, this dude don't know what he talking about. Uncut sports, no feelings, you full of it. Shut your mouth. This is what y'all wanted to think. Because this was y'all hero. This was the this was the dude y'all was going to the altar to bow down to and worship. This was y'all God. Justin Bleeping Fields. Y'all was like, oh, it's impossible. They would never trade Justin. Did you hear all the chants in the stadium? It's like half of the stadium was cheering Justin, Justin. Keep Justin. We want Justin or whatever they were saying. It really don't matter because that's irrelevant because you feel supporters were like, oh, the whole stadium was cheering, chanting for Justin. There's no way Ryan Poles could ignore that. There's no way he would ignore what the fans want. And his teammates, they all praise Justin. They all say they want Justin to stay. Why? Like I said before, players are not gonna dog each other in the media like blatantly because they could end up on the same team. Even if they're not on the same team in Chicago, down the line they could get traded to another team, traded 2 or 3 times, and one day end up on the same team. And then that awkward moment, they're gonna have to revisit that and be like, "Yo, what did you mean by such?" It's just the whole interaction would be awkward, but it'd be something they would have to deal with. So instead of even having to think about that, it's very rare that you will hear players come out and just be like, "Oh man, that dude is trash." And last time we really heard that was Richard Sherman and Crabtree, the 49ers, and Crabtree and Talib. I forgot how to do that. Talib, corner for Patriots, but he was kind of a knucklehead anyway. But them dudes had personal like gripes with Crabtree, whatever. So that was different. So they'd come out of the media and talk trash about him. So obviously, it must have been something off the football field, behind the scenes, that went down that somebody rubbed some wrong ways or whatever. That's how that went. But normally you don't see that. Players ain't gonna come out and be like, "Man, that dude's trash," and this and that. And if you're on the same team with him, even if your quarterback is trash, the only time players will come out and start to at least allude to it is when the chatter gets so loud, that quarterback about to get traded anyway. Then you slowly but surely to hear the truth about how certain teammates really feel. If for the ones that maybe they were crazy about dude in the first place, so now they're like, well, I can understand why, kind of like that. So, but like I said, I told y'all it was coming down the pike. The end of the Justin Fields era in Chicago, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Just like I was loving it when Mitch left, because his time had ended too. Like, man, 3 years, bro. Especially with all this information is out. A lot of colleges have NFL style offices, terminology. Transition is quicker now because of that. People know, coaches know early in a young college quarterback's career of like, yo, if you got the potential to get to the next level, I'm going to coach you that way while simultaneously we're going to win games doing it that way. Because you might not be here that long. A couple years, you're going to be gone. So I need to get the most I can out of you. But I'm going to get you ready for that next step. So they come into the league. They might still be green coming into the league, but they kind of know more of what's going on versus 20, 30 years ago when quarterbacks came into the league. But let's take a look at this. It's a lot of teams looking for your buddies, and when I say your buddy, I'm talking all the Justin fans out there, all you Fields fanboys. One of the biggest questions of the NFL season revolves around the Chicago Bears and whether they're going to trade away Justin Fields. During the NFL Combine this week, Bears general manager Ryan Poles didn't tip his hand on what's going to happen, but he did say that the team would make a decision soon. And soon, paraphrasing, the story that's going around, and it could be just rumors and people talking, it's looking like next week something's going to happen. By the end of next week, your hero, Justin Fields, will be gone. And hopefully, Ryan Poles does what he's supposed to do and draft Caleb Williams, my number one choice. Not saying I'm always right. Who is? But usually I'm right when it comes to Bears quarterbacks. I said Kyle Orton wasn't that good. He was okay. Good game manager. That's all he was. That's all he ever was. I said Jay Cutler was okay, but he's not going to get us over the hump. He's a high-paid, name-brand name, but he's just a guy, too. And it turned out to be that way. He got us to the NFC Championship game that one time, but, we all know what happened then. Rex Grossman, he had half of a season where he was like an MVP candidate. But you could tell it was kind of fool's gold. Like, this dude ain't it either. Mitchell Trubisky, I predicted that. 3 years, like, nah, man. You still having a hard time reading defenses? You pouting at Hallis Hall, talking about turn the TVs off because you don't want to hear what they talking about on these national syndicated sports talk shows, of which did not speak favorably about you? And this is what you worried about instead of trying to learn how to read defenses. Good googly moogly. And Justin Fields is the next one. 3 years, man, the NFL ain't fair. It's just, NFL ain't never been fair, to tell you the truth. Never been fair. So, man, 3 years and it still looks the same. Regardless of the offensive line, of which is not in the bottom third of the league, it's actually better than a lot of people give it credit for. I believe it's ranked 15th, so that's like in the middle. So it's not terrible. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl after being the same year he was the most sacked quarterback in the league, and he still managed to win the Super Bowl that year. Come on now. At some point, it's on you. At some point, it's on you. You can't keep pointing the finger at everybody else. Why are you still struggling to read defenses? Why you got a cornerback for the Packers saying all they got to do is play zone and take away your first option? And they got you because you're going to throw them the ball. And that's exactly what you did. And this is coming from your contemporaries. 3 years, that's my limit, especially in today's NFL. With all the advantages quarterbacks have, information, training regimens, more intricate videotape experiences as far as how to break down film and stuff. Everything is more advanced. So after 3 years and 38 starts, and you still having trouble with zone defense, come on, man. You got to roll out. And I don't mean roll out the pocket. I mean roll out of Chicago. Beat it. Anyway, where was I at? I got triggered. I lost my spot. During NFL Combine this week, Bears general manager Ryan Poles didn't tip. Okay, I would love to know as soon as possible, Pose said about the team's plan at quarterback. See, this is how you know Pose is. I mean, he's playing chess. I'll tell you that much. He's playing chess, but even he know that's a BS statement. Come on, man. If anybody know what's going on, is you. I mean, if that's one, if that's not one of the most condescending statements ever, you might as well not said anything. You might as well have said, you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do. You might as well just keep saying that. Man, we already know you know what you gonna do. You probably already know what quarterback you gonna pick. Better be Caleb Williams, I know that. I mean, you gonna be in the octagon. Where was that? I should have put my glasses on. I would love to know, but I know that's not how the process works. Sure, before free agency would be good. Is that like around next week? I gotta look. If the Bears decide to trade Fields, there could end up being a nice market for his services. And that's because multiple teams appear to be interested in the 24-year-old. According to USA Today, the Falcons, Raiders, and Steelers have all expressed some level of interest in possibly making a deal for Fields. Well, put y'all money where y'all mouth is. Actually, put y'all draft picks where y'all mouth is. We want to see what y'all giving up. All three of these teams have a huge question mark at quarterback this offseason, so all three of them would make some sense. Just look at his completion percentage, 61.4%. His yards last year, 2,562. 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Yards per attempt, 6.92. That's basically, it's like you playing the whole, you average a check down the whole game. That's basically what it is. You check down Charlie. That's who you are. Check down Chad. Check down Chris. The whole game. Just check down, check down, check down. And I'm willing to bet those check down games, those are the games where you was probably the defense was probably playing zone and taking away DJ Moore. So playing zone, no DJ Moore. Might find Kmet a couple times for 5 yards, 7 yards. That's just not gonna cut it. That kind of production from your quarterback will keep you mediocre and going nowhere, which a lot of Bears fans are so traumatized by the bad decisions that was made in the past from crappy GMs that we've had, from crappy coaches that we had. So I kind of get it. But y'all got to let that go. You got to let that go. It's a new era. Let Pose do his thing until he does something really stupid, like not drafting Caleb Williams. Then we can really look at him like, all right, man, what's your problem? What's going on? You trying to be the smartest person in the room unnecessarily when the road is paved right in front of you? What's really going on? As long as he don't do that, get all wacky on us, we should be all right. But hey, what do I know? I'm just talking. But ironically, when I talk, seem to be right. Because a lot of y'all didn't think Justin was going to get traded. Some of y'all still don't think he's going to get traded. Some of y'all think that the pick is going to get traded because you're in denial. You represent the portion of the Bears fan base that allows mediocrity to be what it is in Chicago. So Bears ownership, they look at the fans and how they just accept being mediocre. It gives them no incentive to even try to be better. That's the mistake we as fans have been making. Well, not we, because not all of us was thinking like that. We was holding coaches accountable, players accountable, the whole nine. I remember having this same discussion, like over Mitchell Trubisky. People was telling me, yo, he's going to be good, he's going to be good. He got us to the playoffs. No, he didn't. That defense got us in the playoffs. What was it, like a top 3 defense that year? When Cody Parkey clanked the ball off the field, trying to make a field goal. Clank, clank. And we still wouldn't, even though that we could have placed that loss solely on Cody Parkey's foot. Okay. We wasn't going to win the Super Bowl, not with Mitch Trubisky. Because the way the team was built and the way a lot of Bears teams are built, have been built in the past, and that has hugely been a problem because of the myth, and along with bear weather and all that stupid crap. Well, we have a good defense and a good running game. Doesn't really matter who our quarterback is. At least that's what everybody thought. That's the myth everybody wants to believe in, like Santa Claus. Oh, yeah, you could believe it if you want to. But what gets me is with all the rule changes in today's NFL that goes in favor of an offense, you still want a team built like we still live in 1985? How does that even make sense? Oh, I love smash mouth grueling football. Yeah, man. Who you showing out for? Who? That's dumb. That's why the Ravens lost to the best quarterback in the league. Not the best linebacker, not the best defensive end, not the best 3 technique or nose tackle or cornerback or safety. Lost to the best quarterback. The defense held the 49ers. Yes, they did. But you know why the defense had enough energy to hold the 49ers? Because they know they got a quarterback that's capable of putting points on the board when they desperately need it. And that's what happened. That's how the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Yeah, everybody wants to give a lot of the credit to the defense, but does it work if they don't have Mahomes? Tell me that. Y'all tell me that. If Patrick Mahomes is not the quarterback for the Chiefs, as great as that defense was this past season, are they getting to the Super Bowl? With just a regular, whoever guy taking snaps? Come on now, y'all gotta get real. I'm gonna leave a link to this article down in the description box down below. You guys can keep reading for yourselves. But we pretty much already know that the Falcons, the Steelers reached out to the Bears trying to trade for Justin Fields. He probably shouldn't go to the Steelers because if you're getting beat up twice a year by the Packers right now, can you imagine playing in that division with the Ravens and the Browns with that defense they got? And then you got Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Joe Burrow going to be healthy? That probably would be a bad idea and a very painful one at that. Because if you think you was getting hit playing for the Bears, man, let me tell you something. You're going to have a portable ice tub to travel with. Not the one issued by the team, but your own personal one. he gonna have to Justin gonna have to be iced out all the time after games from getting knocked around. Yeah, you gonna get knocked around because you be getting knocked around now. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. And they talking about the Raiders. The Raiders, I think that's Antonio Pierce that wants Justin. And I'm predicting they already going to have a problem. Because Antonio Pierce, the head coach, he wants Justin Fields. But Luke Getsy knows Justin Fields' weaknesses. And he really didn't want to coach him when he's in Chicago. So he want to coach him now he's in Las Vegas. That's gonna be a problem already. But you know what? I say, hey, let's trade him to the Raiders. I just want to see it. Well, not say that. Trade him will give us the best package come back. For the Raiders, I kind of want to see how it will work out. If it work out, like what kind of tragedy will that turn into? Because would Justin Fields get Luke Getsy fired again? Stay tuned. Anyway, I'm out. Yo, if you like my content, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time I drop a video. Sports video, football, basketball, baseball. I'm going to start getting into that as the year progresses. And we just gonna kick it. We're going to talk our little junk. Any news surrounding sports, we're going to jump into that too. Any donations, all donations will be greatly appreciated. You just hit up the Cash App, $ Cobra Clutch 357. That being said, I'm out. This is Uncut Sports.